The waters flow from the Brie area through many communities such as Aveno, Circle, and Graphic Road downstream into the Korle Lagoon. Along its pathway are mostly sand and filth. These elements hinder the smooth flow of the waters. The country is ranked highly among African countries that are most exposed to risks from multiple weather-related hazards. Those who live near these areas and constantly bear the brunt of the flood's impact are asking for big rubbish bins while they constantly look out for dredging equipment. Grace Gavo and Nana Kwame live and work at Aveno.
Oh, it's now 18 years to 19 years. Oh, so third year. I
have lived in this area for the past 18 years. I have lost count of my property that has been swept away whenever it rains because the floods render us homeless.
Oh,
my wish is to relocate, but I can't pay the rent in other parts of the city which do not get flooded. We plead with government to constantly dredge the lagoon so that it does not overflow when it rains.
By Freebell last 3-4 years in by 2024
when the rain falls continuously, the water overflows its banks, and the force is strong enough to wash vehicles away. When it happens like that, we have to run for our lives. And with the onset of the rains, I plead with authorities to quickly act, or we will not hear good news.
At the Odo market, traders are quick to remind us of the awful memories they have of the June 3rd fire and flood disaster that led to the loss of about 150 lives.
When I am out of the house and it rains, I get very scared. I wish the wall would be extended upwards a bit. I believe that will help us a lot.
To curb similar related events and to build resilience against perennial flooding in Accra, $675 million is needed that will enhance flood protection regime along the Odo Basin and also re-engineer drains, remove obstructive materials, and implement a performance-based dredging program, according to the stakeholders. But that money is not available. Aisha and some others who spoke to Joy News say they've been hoping for the drains to be dredged so that their property, which are always washed away whenever the area floods, will cease. This corn mill operator shares his experience during every raining season.
We have to
dismantle our corn mill machine and equipment whenever it rains heavily. We fear for our lives because when it floods, live electrical cables falls into the stagnant waters, which electrocutes people when they get into contact with the water. Sometimes people even die as a result. They are compelled to climb up the stalls and stay there until the water dries up. We plead with authorities to raise the walls surrounding the Odo.
And as we were filming, the rains set in. Traders briskly begin to pack their wares to safety. They are not happy about the situation and have one common plea.
Last 3 months, a meeting.
3 months ago, the authorities held a meeting with us, and they told us they would dredge the drains. I hope that they will fulfill their promise.
However, likely get an immediate response, as the Works and Housing Minister Kojo Kroma acknowledged on the Pulse on the Joy News channel in April this year that his office is behind schedule on flood control program.
I have inherited a flood control program that is behind schedule. As I've told you, even what we are doing is just about 2% of what we should be doing in the Greater Accra region.
The last time we checked, the amount of money involved runs into billions of cedis.
It's $200 million. So yes, if you do the conversion, it will run into billions. It's a $200 million project funded by the World Bank. That's a Garrett project. But what has actually been released or spent is not up to $200 million.
On the flip side, though, are some assurances from the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Titus Glover. He says a plan exists to desilt all gutters.
The assemblies, that is their responsibility. All the drains around, we need to desilt it and make sure any little downpour, the water will just flow.
As to when the promise will be fulfilled or the flooding situation permanently addressed, those affected by the negative impact of the rain continue to find alternatives to stay alive and to secure their property whenever the clouds gather.
You see,
it just started raining. We are packing off our stuffs. We get scared whenever it's about to rain. We can't watch on for the rain to wash us away. Authorities do not care, because they have safe places to live with their families. They are supposed to dredge and clear the odor for free flow of the water.
For Joy News, I am Hannah Odame.